Hey, this is the pizza here, and there's an autumn festival going on in Runes of Magic. I think it's actually, well, I'm not sure, it might still be going on right now. But if you collect 10 cinnamon leaves, which are a random drop off any mob, you can trade them in for 3 of these turkey feasts. And when you eat it, it'll give you a random buff, and the buff lasts for an hour. That's kind of all it does. So if you get 10 cinnamon leaves, just go to Varanus in the central plaza, and you'll find the guy. He's surrounded by a bunch of tables, and he'll give you some of those turkey feasts. And what this video is really about, though, is crafting. Now, this isn't going to be an exciting video, as you can tell. Crafting is not an exhilarating experience. But since I've become comfortable at level 52, I haven't really felt the need to progress right now. I've started to craft a little bit, mainly for the money, because those higher level materials can be worth a lot of money on the auction house. And it's really a great way for me to get money. Since I can't really farm for materials right now because I don't have a very good weapon, and it just takes way too long to farm monsters for dailies and stuff like that. It just won't work for me. So I've taken the time to get my gathering skills up, and also get my blacksmithing skill up a little bit, to hopefully craft a sword for myself in the near future. And I've already made somewhere around 800,000, and that's with low level materials. I'm not even past level 30 materials. So one of my friends told me that unprocessed, the raw materials for the higher levels are worth 120k per stack. So that's 120k for 100 materials, and that's a good deal. If you don't want to farm monsters, this is a very good alternative option. So when I was low level, I really didn't think crafting was useful at all. I actually started crafting, which is why I had a crafting skill of 7, I believe, before I began to pick it back up again recently. The thing is, when you're low level and you get a couple crafting missions that have you go out and collecting some materials to try to get you into the swing of crafting, but there's so many other things you could be doing, it's not exciting. So there's so many other things you could be doing that would be getting you more experience, better weapons, armor, and I personally saw no point in it at lower levels. I was just like, I'm never gonna use this. Why on earth would I want to do this? So at lower levels it's really not too useful, but if you can, I'm regretting it now that I didn't level up my crafting along with my character, because now I have to go all the way from, whatever I was at before, up to the higher level crafting without, a lot of breaks in between, or else it'd take a really, really long time, and I just don't want to wait that long. So right now my crafting is at 27 for, gathering is at 27 for herbalism, wood cutting, and mining. And I just sold a stack of, what was it? I think it was, I want to say it was a Moxa bundle, which it takes 2 Moxa, raw unprocessed Moxa to make 1 Moxa bundle. And that's sold for, it's going to sell for around 150k if it sells. And now I actually priced it pretty low. So I'm making a good deal of money off this. And another thing, I looked up some recipes online, because I'm eventually going to begin to craft some good stuff. And I looked up some recipes, and I found this one for a sword, which it was an awesome one-handed sword. It's just so awesome, but the materials you need to get it are, well, let's just say one of them comes from the cave of the fire dragon, the other one comes from the water dragon, and, well, actually no, two come from the fire dragon, one comes from the water dragon, and I don't even know where to get the other ones. But you need a long sword of fury from the cave of the, no, from just the fire dragon. Not sure what that instance is called. I want to say it's cave of the fire dragon, but I know that's not right. It's cave of the water dragon for the water dragon. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. I found a kind of pattern with crafting. They tend to place materials in like bunches around the edge of the map rather than in the center. So if you go near hills or something, you're more likely to find a lot of materials instead of just staying out in an open plain. Because they tend to want to place it on uneven ground for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I've just noticed that. And you want to try to level all your gathering skills up equally, because if one gets way ahead of the other, even though you're only going to use 2 for your main crafting skill, you're still going to eventually want all of them, because you can sell whatever extra materials you have on the auction house and make some money off that. So like I said, this video is not going to be exciting, and you just see me running around gathering materials. And another thing I want to say is, there's a good add-on for gathering, which right now I'm actually playing with no add-ons because I went into the crafting menu, and well, when you click an item to craft it and then it shows the previews on the right side of the menu, when I scrolled over them it gave me an error, and so I knew it was coming from one of the add-ons, but I didn't know which one, so this was right after that when I recorded this. So I deleted all the add-ons just to make sure it was an add-on. And that did get rid of the error, but I wasn't sure which one, and now I know it was a Advanced Auction House. So if you're getting some weird error when you scroll over the previews, it's probably Advanced Auction House that's causing it. So just scroll over that and check to see if that's right. But I ended up reinstalling Advanced Auction House because it's probably one of my favorite add-ons, because it makes buying and selling in the auction house so much easier. And what I was saying was that a good add-on for crafting is Y-Gather. I think it's Y-Gather or Y-Gatherer. I'll have a link to it in the side. But it basically records the position of all your materials. So if you have if you find a material, it'll mark that position on your map and keep it for just keep a marker there for you to see. And it lets you see clumps of materials for when you log in and stuff, so you know where to go and where the best spot to farm stuff is. Also, if you don't already have it installed, get PB Info. It's, in my opinion, by far the best add-on for this game. It just does so many things, like the threat meter, which lets you know how much aggro you have and everything. It can give the amount of an enemy's health in, numbers instead of percentages. It'll give you the class of the enemy. It'll tell you how many materials you already have in your backpack without having to open your backpack to check. It just does so much for you, and makes the game makes it feel more polished, I guess would be the best way to say it. So if you're low level, there's really going to seem to be no point to crafting. But if you want another way to get money, and you just don't want to farm mobs, or you can't be efficient at farming mobs because you're not a DPS class, then gathering and crafting is a great alternative. One more thing I want to say is, thanks to everyone who subscribed. It's you guys that, keeps me making these videos, because if no one was watching them, then there'd be no point in making them. So, if you watch my videos, please subscribe, and once again, big thanks to everyone who has already subscribed. Without you guys, there would be no Alfredo Pizza 2. Till next time.